Greetings, peoples of the interwebs. Jake here, and as you can tell, some drastically different scenery compared to when I usually record in my basement. So, before I tell you where I'm at, I shall tell you why I'm here. So, for those of you who did not watch my most recent video, where I was talking about my new project coming next year, I will be traveling across my home state of Kentucky because after all my travels, which I've been to 16 different countries and 14 states, so even though I've barely scratched the surface with both domestic or international travels, so, I think I'm fairly well traveled. But throughout all my travels, I kind of realized that I had barely traveled or explored my own home state, and so decided I would start doing that. And so, because I think that, Kentucky kind of flies under the radar compared to a lot of states with like its, some of its natural beauty and stuff like that. And sure, it maybe pales in comparison to like out west in Colorado, up in the Rockies, or the Pacific Northwest, like Oregon, and other places. But I still think it has a lot going for it, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to kind of start traveling my own home state. So that way I can see some of the stuff for the first time myself, and also spotlight some of the places that I have been, and show those of you who may not know about these places or have seen them or explored them, and hopefully encourage you all to explore your own home states, countries, provinces, territories, wherever it may be that you live. So, with that out of the way, I should now tell you where I'm at, because I figured I'd use this video as the kind of introduction to the new series. So, I'm hiking up Lily Mountain, which is here in Estill County, not too far outside of the town of Irvine. And this is kind of one of my go-to trails, just because there's usually not a whole lot of people here. And don't get me wrong, I like to converse with my fellow hikers, but also when I get out into nature, I kind of like the idea of, not being around a whole lot of people, because I'm around people all the time for work, and I like to just kind of escape and decompress. So that's one of the reasons why this is one of my go-to spots. It doesn't have quite the amount of trails as other places like, say, Red River Gorge, which I will definitely be spotlighting a lot of those trails, especially once the weather gets a little bit warmer. Which right now, it's, like mid-30s, so it's not terrible, especially for hiking. But all that to say, it doesn't have as many trails as other places, but the trails are really nice, especially the one that goes up the mountain. There's a really nice overlook, which I will definitely showcase here in this video, but, Lily Mountain itself is not very tall. It's only a little over 1,300 feet, so pretty small compared to other mountains. And I believe where I'm at, it's kind of like the western fringes of the Appalachian Mountains, so that's another reason why the mountains here on the smaller end. I think most of them are around like just over 1,000 feet. Some of them a little bit shorter, like around Berea. I think some of those are only around like 700-800 feet. And again, I think there's some that are around 1,000 as well. But little baby mountains, but still really beautiful. The one thing that I like about this trail, or the main trail, is it is mostly forested and is a place to peel ginger, where I burn easily in the sun. I like that I can come here even on a more sunnier day and not have to worry as much about burning. And overall, it's just a very beautiful, pleasant trail. So, yeah, I will see you all up on the trail. All right, so I'm standing on top of Lily Mountain Arch. And here's just a little bit of the view of the surrounding area. Mountains in the background there. So this is one of the two lookouts at the top of Lily Mountain. This trail is a little less trafficked, and it's not as well maintained. So the first time I came here, I had to use the AllTrails app just to get here. So for those of you who are avid hikers and don't have that app, would highly recommend. They're not a sponsor, just it is super helpful. So yeah, this is one of the two spots here. Yeah, it's usually a bit prettier in the spring and fall with all the winter, or not winter, but fall foliage, and then in the spring when everything starts to green up. But still really pretty here in December, 21st at the day of this recording. Don't know when this video will actually get out, but as of now, it is the 21st of December, getting close to the end of the year. But yeah, just wanted to show a little bit of the arch here and the view surrounding it. So next up is the overlook of Lily Mountain. All right, so we are fastly approaching the overlook at the top of Lily Mountain, and you can see behind me just kind of flatter rolling hills below. But yeah, even with mid 30-degree weather, the hike up here was definitely feeling about 20 degrees warmer, because there's a section of this trail that is pretty steep. So if you're not good on inclines or don't like inclines, this may not be the trail for you. But if you don't mind a bit of a challenge and you like some inclines, I would definitely recommend Lily Mountain. Actually, so here's a bit of the view of the surrounding area. So all this back here, more of a plateau. I don't know if that's part of the Cumberland Plateau or just a separate one, but either way, so all this back here, more flat, but once we turn around this little bend here in the trail, we get quite the contrast. And bam! Mountains. Again, not super high mountains, but beautiful mountains nonetheless. And this is my favorite spot of this trail, because I like just to see the natural progression of the slopes turning into mountains over here. And with that sun beating down, it's actually pretty cozy right now. But yeah, so, and again, I've not seen a single person on this trail. So again, if you're someone who likes more isolated, not super crowded trails, I would definitely recommend Lily Mountain. But yeah, here it is. And I think I'm gonna stop and rest here, maybe eat me some second breakfast. I'll catch you guys back on the trail. All right, everybody, so I am descending the mountain on Trail 6, back to the parking lot to the car. And actually, while I was coming down, I ran into a couple other hikers. They were telling me that the summit, that overlook, was a really good spot for seeing sunrises and sunsets, which I hadn't considered. So I may have to make another trip back at some point in the near future to catch either sunrise, sunset, or perhaps both. Don't know if I'll do it the same day. But anywho, so I'm about to wrap up here. Went for a fairly short hike, maybe only about 2 hours. Because really, from the parking lot, if you stick to the main trail up to the overlook, it's maybe only about 3 miles, both, you know, round trip. So there are some other trails you can hit up as well, but I mostly just wanted to do the main one for this video. But yeah, it's been a rather pleasant day, if a little chilly at first, but overall been a solid day, and I hope you all have enjoyed this video, the introduction to my new series, and I hope that you all will continue to stick around for more episodes in my Kentucky travel series. And if you all are from Kentucky yourselves and have some good recommendations for hiking trails, towns to visit, anything of note, leave those in the comment section below, and I will try to hit those up during my travels next year. I have some tentative plans for my next video, which, as of now, I'm thinking the first proper episode will be in Harrodsburg, because I figured what better way to start the first new series than with Kentucky's first city, Harrodsburg. Haven't decided, it may change, but either way, expect some new videos soon. And until next time, everyone, cheers.